More than 40 firefighters have been at the scene of a major wildfire in Sutherland for a third day. The incident on Ben Bhraggie follows a number of similar fires across the country as Scotland's dry spell causes tinderbox conditions. Nicola McAlley is close to the scene of the fire this evening. Nicola, exhausting work for the firefighters involved.
Well, yes, we've been out with some of the crews today and it really gives you a sense of how difficult a job they face. Very hot, dusty, physically demanding work. The crews have been on rotation around the clock on the hillside, never stopping while they're out there, and their job is far from over yet. Ben Bhraggie ablaze. Flames in the hills above Golspie visible for miles around. The alarm was raised around midnight on Friday with teams of firefighters tasked to the scene from stations across the Highlands and Moray.
What we're looking to do is dampen down the hot spots. At this time it's been excellent progress and we've been able to keep the fire in check at its far eastern edge where we came into this mature forestry, and we managed to put a stop on the fire. But as you can see in front of you, we have some very deep-seated fires, so our crews are going to be here and we're going to stay on the scene until this fire is fully extinguished.
At its peak, the fire extended across more than 2 miles on the Sutherland estate. Managers today paying tribute to the emergency services.
It's been such a multi-agency effort. I think we've just been sort of in the background feeding all of these people, or trying to feed and water all of these people. But the donations from the community are, very overwhelming, really, what people have done.
At its height, more than 60 firefighters were working on the hills here. Scotland's heatwave has created tinderbox conditions out in the countryside, and the public are being asked to be vigilant because the smallest spark could have the biggest consequences. Local people and businesses have rallied round with supplies, fortifying the fire crews.
Just donating loads of food. People themselves are just dropping stuff off at my house, just a drop-off point. I've got a shopping trolley that's full every time I look at it and it's empty. I just check it out. I had local kids today dropping off crisps and biscuits to me this morning, and they actually took the trolley back to the coop for me.
Yesterday, NHS Highland urged householders nearby to keep windows closed against the heavy smoke. An evacuation plan was not needed in the end, with the fire being contained to the hills.
At its peak, the fire was just so close to the village, and obviously there was a concern for properties and life. It was frightening, there is no question about that, and I'm so proud of the local communities and how they've rallied, and just rallied so quickly.
The area surrounds major power lines carrying supplies to the far north. Scottish and Southern Energy rerouted the network temporarily while the incident was in full flow. With fire hotspots still deep-seated in the hillside tonight, teams are on standby, ready to tackle any flames again.
And Nicola, are firefighters winning the battle with this blaze?
Well, yes and no. Over the course of the weekend, we saw the fire coming dangerously close to an area where it could potentially have threatened housing. Now, the crews were able to drive it back and to contain it. But this afternoon, we saw flare-ups further up on the hill because the ground is just so dry here. Crews are going to be here for the next 24, 48 hours, maybe even longer, still damping down because they say it's just so incredibly dry that the fire could easily take hold again.
OK, Nicola, thank you.